based on the previous action forum, the meeting that we had and so on, we have just started working on something called the 7 solutions that might be of interest, that might be of value to several of us in this session. And of course, we'll have to put our efforts in this direction. I hope we are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Solutions can happen only with the stakeholder participation. Without stakeholder participation, stakeholder involvement, stakeholder engagement, this is not going to happen. And the trust on a particular focus set of areas would be our next set of actions that are going to come in this several fortnights. We have taken up one fortnight now. We are 24 such meetings that are going to happen in the next few months in this calendar year. So towards that, if you see, these are some of the stakeholders that we are getting into and the probable trust areas that we are thinking of. It need not be in the same order that has been mentioned here, but still we might choose any one of this. Or if you have any priorities to work on, several of this. In fact, Mr. Ajit Nair, we were speaking in the morning that how do we really enthuse school kids? I believe we have done a work on this earlier with several educational institutions in the city of Chennai, particularly the corporation schools. I think you will be talking about it more in detail. But this is one area which is going to catch a lot of traction in the form of actions, I would say, not only talking and doing things like that. I think you will be sharing more on how this can be done across several schools and several educational institutions in the coming few weeks and months to come. This is something that we have in store, that we will have to go across all the 7 sort of engagements, 7 sort of the actions that we can think of. Probably some schools are doing good. We'll commend them or recognize them with some awards with the WOW action forums. It may not be schools alone, it can be any other institution for that matter. Like what we discussed last time, target solution providers. If you have any specific solutions, I think Prakash Murthy is also there with this call, who is a Neopal supplier. We have been getting some good results from these kinds of aerators that we have been using. So we will try and find out who are all the large aerator users and what have been their savings in the past on utilization. I think Mr. Ajit Nair, you will also be sharing something on aerators. Of course, let's see how that has to be replicated across many. So that's this engagement process that we are going to take up. The 7 stake, it need not be 7 alone, it can be more. 7, this is called 7 steps that we are thinking of. It is a Tech Talk series on one side. We have a water, WOW action forum now that is happening. We'll be also, if everything goes well, we'll get into something called the target apartments for conducting a lot of studies. When you have some very simple action point, like put up an aerator, you will get the savings. How do we do that? Do we have the RWAs in place wherein we can go and touch base with them on doing such a survey? Survey, as Dr. Aryan keeps saying, it need not be done by professionals alone. Any intern can go and do that. Any passionate person can go and get some information on what is that water all about and all in these kind of apartments. How do we really save water? What is the vision that we follow? 1,000 crore liters and more. How do we do that? So these are some of the ideas that we have in store right now. We can even think about more ideas in this angle. So all this action forum, all the discussions that we are going to happen, that we are going to do now, is something towards this.